back to my channel. So today is the second part of my Polish trip kind of a video. If you haven't seen the first part, I will link it down below and also here up above, so you may go and check it out. Pretty much the video that I did from our first week of being there. So today I'm gonna be continuing our journey, so let's start. So basically, after my husband left, he left after a week. We dropped him off again to the airport in Warsaw, and my kids and I, we still had our rental car for another 2 weeks, and we basically drove to the city of Poznan. Poznan is another big city in Poland, and it's about, I'm gonna say, 3 hours away by car from Warsaw. And the reason we went there is because my sister lives there for the past, I think she moved there like 3-4 years ago. So basically she lives there with her husband and a child, and we just did a little sightseeing situation. So we went to the old town, and the Poznan is beautiful. I've been there several times, but obviously the old town square again is very typical for those older kind of cities in Poland. So we had a nice dinner over there. We kind of look around, you'd always see people playing there, some instruments. There was even a violinist at some point, performing. So we had a really good time. Of course, we spent there a couple of days. We also end up going to there's a river called Malta, so we took like this little boat. I'm saying little because it's really little to compare what you can have it in the US, but it was kind of very peaceful, I'm gonna say, stroll around the river, so we did this as one of the activities. It was really cute, and it was nice to see all those people kind of relaxing along the river, and you could see the the city and the cathedral and everything. So it was pretty nice. Most of the time we did a lot of like family oriented activities and took kids to carousels and all the stuff, so obviously I didn't film that. But we did end up going to the mall, which I thought I had the footage, but for some reason I cannot find it. If I find the footage of the mall, I'll definitely insert it. But let me tell you guys, the malls in Poland are so good. When I left more than 20 years ago, it was the shopping scene was almost non-existing. But now Poland has changed so much, and it's really a pleasure, to go and see, because some of the shopping malls are even nicer than in the US, which I told her, like, that shopping mall is much nicer than what I have here. So, we kind of look around, and she wanted to buy a lot of cosmetics. I did not buy any makeup items. She bought quite a few because, I was trying to recommend for her things that I like to use. The reason I don't really buy cosmetics there or the clothing is because it's simply expensive. So everything what you buy there except one thing, you guys, was pretty much expensive. So I didn't want to spend money on it because I can get it cheaper here. So the one thing that I end up getting, as far as the cosmetics go, the one thing that I end up getting in Poznan was the Guerlain La Sentinelle, I think. I'm probably mispronouncing it. This is the Guerlain new foundation. You guys, the reason I bought it is because this foundation is not available in the US until I think September. I think September is the release date, but Canada already have it, Europe already have it. So when I saw it, I just had to get it. I was actually hoping to get it in Canada because we flew through the Toronto airport, but for some reason they did not have it. They had the Guerlain perfumes, but not the Guerlain foundation. So this is, you guys, how it looks like. I'm sorry if there is a glare, but this is the funny looking bottle. You basically open up and there's like a pump, so you just squeeze it. It's really, really nice foundation. I don't have it on today, but I did use it quite a few times. What I would say, if you are going to purchase this one once it's available, just make sure that you know that this is very, very light coverage foundation. If you're looking for something that's gonna give you more coverage, more pigmentation, that's not gonna be it. It is buildable, but I would say it's a light to medium coverage. For me, it works beautifully because I like light coverage. I don't need to have a cake face. So I really like it. I really enjoy it, so I'm glad I got it. And yes, I paid more than I would pay in the United States. The price for this foundation in America, it will be $60. I end up paying $68, I believe, or $66. So a few dollars more, unfortunately. So you guys can tell that, you know, the cosmetics are more expensive than in here, especially like a MAC. When we went to the MAC store, she got a few things and I was just kind of doing my math, and it is more money, so it's just not worth it. The other things, you guys, that I purchased at the mall was actually a piece of jewelry, and this is from a very famous store. And for my Polish girls who knows, you know, who are watching my channel, you guys will know this company. It's called the Kruk, and they are they pretty much are from 1840, as the date is in here, and these are very, very old jewelry company, and they make, you know, they specialize in fine jewelry, and they're pretty much like, I was gonna say, very fancy store. So I found something that I was after for quite some times, and I just couldn't decide which one I want. But here's a beautiful packaging, and yes, I got a tax refund at the airport as well. So you guys, I bought a beautiful gold bracelet. It's a very kind of dainty, but at the same time, I think it's really, really beautiful gold bracelet. And as you can see, it has some design. It's kind of like a wavy. It's not, you know, straight. It's not like even. It has very nice kind of, I'm gonna say, flow to it. And there's a very cute lock system right in here, and you basically open up like so, and you put your hand in here, and then you just lock on the side. And this is how it looks on my hand. I think it's really, really beautiful. I love it. That's what I was basically looking for it. So when my husband got me the pearl bracelet that I show you on the previous video, you know, I love it so much, but I was really, really after this beautiful kind of a dainty gold bracelet. So yeah, I'm glad I got it. And like I said, I got the tax discount as well at the airport, you know, because when you buy some more like valuable stuff, why not? You always get some refunds. So make sure that you always carry your passport with you, so when you buy something nice, you can get your, you know, VAT documents and then get your tax back. So we also stopped by in Gniezno. Gniezno was actually the first capital of Poland. So what is beautiful there is this amazing Gothic cathedral. So this cathedral, you guys, was used as a coronation place for many Polish kings. We used to have kings in the past, and considering the fact that Poland went through many wars and basically lots of historic, you know, buildings got destroyed, this one stayed probably intact quite a bit. So it's the oldest and most precious, you know, monument in Poland. And let me tell you guys, it's absolutely stunning. We went inside, we went outside. It's humongous, and it was kind of spontaneous because we didn't plan to go there, but it was like on our way, so we pretty much just stopped by and decided to go. And it's just amazing. The building, I've learned from the history that the building was completed in the 11th century, and like I said, a lot of kings was coronated there. So that's a very you know, important place in Polish history. So after we left the city of Poznan, me and the boys drove all the way to the city of Malbork. And the reason we went there, it's not a very big city, but this city is known the best for their castle. The castle of Malbork is of the Teutonic order in Malbork. This is basically a 13th century castle, and it's almost like a fortress. And what's interesting about this castle, which I didn't know, it's actually the largest castle in the world and fortress in the world, and it's measured by land area and a UNESCO World Heritage Site. So like I said, it's from 13th century. It's, yes, it went through the many destruction during the World War II, and there are parts that were, you know, completely rebuilt, but there's also a lot of very authentic parts to the castle. And let me tell you guys, the castle in Malbork was, according to my boys, according to my children, and one of them is 13-year-old and another one is 8, this was the best place in out of the entire trip. They said this was number 1. The castle in Malbork, as well as the old town in Wrocław, which it was in the last vlog that I was talking about. So I took a lot of footage, so please take a look, and I hope you enjoy it. And whatever you're gonna be in Poland, you should definitely go to see a Malbork Castle. So we pretty much stayed in Malbork overnight, so this way, you know, we could see the castle and kind of go around the grounds and see everything. It takes probably like half a day to see everything. You know, it's really worth it. And we did take the audio guides in English, so my boys could actually learn, you know, as you go from room to room, from place to place. They're actually telling you a story, and you know, you get to learn some interesting details. So I would highly recommend for those who goes to Poland, go visit the Malbork Castle. All right, the next place after this was my hometown. So again, we drove a couple of hours to the northeastern part of Poland, and this is where I'm coming from. It's a small town, it's not even a city, it's a small town called Gniezno, and basically it's completely different than you think about the Bolesławiec, where my husband comes from, and you know, all those bigger cities that you saw earlier. It's nothing like that. It's very simple. There's really not much going on, except my hometown is the most known for the milk production, milk products. So again, for my Polish viewers, you probably heard about the łociate milk and milk products. So that's where it actually comes from. So we end up going to the milk museum, which, you know, it was just something for kids, you know. It wasn't anything spectacular, and the main purpose for me of staying there for about 2 days, I think we were there for 2 days, was basically to visit my family. You know, my father's still there. I do have a lot of relatives and, you know, cousins, so that was pretty much very kind of like a family time. And you know, I wanted kids to show where I come from. And of course, the Gniezno is located in almost to the on the start, I would say, of the section called Mazury. That's where we have a lot of lakes. So I grew up living, you know, with a lot of woods and lakes and beautiful areas. So obviously we had to take the kids to the lake and just show them around, and it was just so peaceful and kind of brings a lot of good memories, you know, from my childhood. So okay guys, so this is gonna be it for this video. I'm gonna make one more video from my trip, and this will include our trip to city of Częstochowa, Krakow, and I'm sure you all heard about it, and Zakopane, and then we end up in Warsaw. So I'm gonna kind of wrap all those cities into the next video. So yeah, stay tuned for the next part, for the last part, and I hope you enjoy it. If you're new to my channel, make sure you subscribe and give it a thumbs up, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.